This is Cougar football.
Dom, Oregon gets so much credit for their offense, but they have a pretty good defense too, don't they?
Yes, they do.
What do they do so well on defense?
Well, they just fly to the ball. I mean, they put a lot of aggression, and they're a really good defensive team.
They've got some pretty highly regarded cornerbacks. What do you remember about how they played you last year?
Man to man. They like to come up and press, and they're just really good at they just have a lot of speed on their defense to where they just rally to the ball real fast.
Coach Simmons talked about you guys needing to be more physical with your hands. Is that something that happened against Portland State, and is that going to be a focus this week?
Well, we was always physical with our hands. It's just how quick can we get them up is what he's talking about. And it's very effective, especially, when you want to get a clean release. So it's important.
How much has this helped you guys? It's just one game, but you got to win. It's under your belt, and now you can move forward. No longer zero in the win column. How much does it help moving forward?
We just take it one game a week. So, it's great to have a win, but, it's on to the next one. Now you can't really dwell on, we got to win. You got to just keep moving forward.
It was probably your most complete game, though, on both sides of the ball. Is that, even just seeing that play out in a game and knowing what you guys are capable of, does that help moving forward?
Oh, yeah, because we work on rising up on all three sides of the ball, including special teams. So it really helped out. It just showed what our team can do.
Honest question. I know Mike Leaks talks about avoiding the noise, avoiding what the fans, the students, the experts say. But how hard is that when you're walking around campus during this week before the Oregon game to not have all the people say, what a big deal this game is?
To be honest, nobody has really asked me anything about the Oregon game. Everyone's just like, well, congratulations, let's just keep moving forward. And I just say, okay, we're going to do the best we can, and just can't wait to play on Saturday.
Do you ever get anxious before games, and does that ever change any extra butterflies before big games?
Everybody gets anxious before a game. It doesn't matter how many games you played in, everybody gets anxious. I do a lot. That's why I have to calm myself and just remember that I'm just here to do my job.
What do you do to calm yourself before kickoff?
First I said a little prayer, and then I just think about my grandma. That's what helps me really calm down.
Does this week feel different? There has to be some sort of difference between facing an opponent like Portland State and then having the number 2 team in the country come in.
To me, to be honest, it's no difference. I'm going to go out there and do my job, and it doesn't matter who we play. We play, Seahawks, but, you still got to play it, you know what I'm saying? You just go out there and play. It doesn't matter who the opponent is.
You've done it before, but for a guy like a Calvin Green or a Jamal Morrow, who this is their first time playing a nationally ranked opponent, do you kind of talk with them about making sure to really, kind of tamp down and just treat it like a nameless, faceless opponent?
Oh yeah, I just tell them, relax. We out there, it's just a sped up practice. We're just fans around. That's all it is. And I just tell them just relax, just have fun.
Last year, you guys put up crazy numbers against Oregon. I know Connor said the passing, yards mark and all that stuff. Is there a sense though that maybe that's not the game you want to get into again in terms of just being more balanced going into it? And you guys got down early, things like that, or what's kind of the mindset going in?
I haven't really thought about that, but you do bring up a good point. We just want to drive the ball and score every opportunity we can. That's all we can do as an offense. Cheer on the defense. Just do the best we can, especially on special teams too, because that's gonna play a big factor.
Is there a sense that it's important to really come out and score quickly so that you guys can kind of dictate the tempo of the game a little bit?
Score, get a stop. It's all momentum. It'll be nice, to come out and just first drive score. But it's also great if our defense comes out and stops on the first one. We get the ball back. It's all about momentum.
What are your recollections of last year's game?
That's a great question. I just remember going into halftime, we're right there and just coming out a little flat after halftime, which, we need to avoid. But that's all I really remember from last year.
Is there kind of a pressure to be perfect and not make a single mistake, not come out flat at all?
Mistakes are going to happen. Nobody's perfect in this game. So we just come out, just do the best we can. You want to win every individual battle, so that's all we want to do.
What did you say to Luke after that pass on Saturday?
I said, Luke, I got you your first touchdown. I love you. I said, I love you too. And we do something, Hunger Games. Me and him is a huge Hunger Games guy, so that tribute to Hunger Games.
And you guys talked before the play too, right?
Yeah, I mean, Leach told him, just see what you see and then just make a good read. And he made a great read, and I love it.
How encouraging is it to see the running backs get worked more into this past week, and if they're successful, that can kind of help you guys out on the.
Oh, I love it a lot because we have great running backs and great O-linemen. It surprises me when they just come out and just shine like the way they do because I see it every day in practice. So I was just happy for them.
How big is their success to you guys as receivers?
It's a huge success. I mean, the most important part of the offense is the lineman, and that's where it starts.
When they're playing well, can you guys start to take more of those shots downfield? Do you feel like you can mix in a double move or two?
Well, when they're playing well, we can run anything we want. I mean, he can set up a run game on 3rd and short. We don't really have to pass or anything like that. I mean, it helps us out a lot.
Do you ever take a little bit of a pride in the fact that Marcus Mariota and Oregon get all this praise nationally? Everyone knows what they do. A lot of people don't even know about the kind of numbers that you guys are putting up. Do you kind of have a little chip on your shoulder going into this game about that?
To be honest, not really. I mean, I just see it as another game, another chance to get better.
Dom, it is another game, but it's also the start of Pac-12 play now. It doesn't change anything in terms of preparation, but I would assume now, each week you're going to have a big opponent, and it means a lot for the conference.
Oh yeah, it does. It means a great deal. I mean, starting off, the Pac with Oregon, I mean, it sets the tone right there, and that's just how I see it.
Questions on the line for Dom?
Hey, Dom, Seattle Times here. When you looked at the video of the Portland State game, did it appear their secondary was sort of concentrating on Vince?
No, I mean, they did exactly what we thought they were going to do. Played man-to-man, and Connor was just going to go through his reads.
Okay, and I got a question on Daquan Brown, the cheetah. Has there ever been a play in practice when you were lined up against him and he wasn't talking to you one way or another?
I mean, to be honest, that's cheater right there. I mean, that's his personality. That's what gets him going, and I love it. I mean, we compete every day in practice, and we both go back and forth. But that's just his personality right there. He loves to talk.
Thanks.
Don, Jake Davis, Scout.com. Last year, Oregon's defensive coordinator wasn't happy with how many times you guys threw the ball. Have you been using that as kind of fuel, or is it just something that you look at as being in the past?
I mean, I've seen the past. I mean, we throw the ball a lot. I mean, that's just how our offense works. So.
Any other questions on the line for Dom? One last time in the room.
I noticed when Bud asked you about Daquan, you had this big grin on your face. When you're going up against him in practice, is it sometimes you can't help but laugh about something he's going to say to you?
Oh, of course. We have fun the whole practice long. He talks, and then we'll respond. He'll make a play. We'll make a play, and he'll keep talking. I'm just like, you know what, Daquan, that's just you right there. I mean, that's just his personality. It's just you can't do nothing but laugh. I mean, he's a great guy.
Dom, are those homemade socks?
Oh, actually, they're not. I mean, I wish they were, but they're actually Nike socks.
Okay, one more for Dom.
Don, maybe talk about your dynamic with Vince and maybe how his emergence has been a spur to you, maybe?
Oh, yeah, we feed off each other. He makes a good play, I'll make good play. He makes a good block, I'll make good block. It's just there. I mean, we feed off each other.